I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. A question that sometimes drives me hazy: am I or are the others crazy? A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? A true genius admits that she knows nothing. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Education is the progressive realization of our ignorance. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. I am a deeply religious non-believer. This is a somewhat new kind of religion. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. I never teach my pupils. I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they can learn. I never worry about the future. It comes soon enough. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Imagination is the highest form of research. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. It is a miracle that curiosity survives formal education. It's not enough to know, you must also apply. It's not enough to want, you must also do. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Logic will get you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong, it is character. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Only two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. Peace is not merely the absence of war, but the presence of justice, of law, of order, in short, of government. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Science is a wonderful thing if one does not have to earn one's living at it. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. The environment is everything that isn't me. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. The hardest thing in the world to understand is the income tax. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. The measure of a man is what he does with power. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. The measure of success is not whether you have a tough problem to deal with, but whether it's the same problem you had last year. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. The most incomprehensible thing about the universe is that it is comprehensible. The only source of knowledge is experience. The only thing more dangerous than ignorance is arrogance. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. The significant problems we face cannot be solved by the same level of thinking that created them. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. The true value of a human being is determined primarily by the measure and the sense in which they have obtained liberation from the self. The value of a college education is not the learning of many facts, but the training of the mind to think. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives, and not in what he is able to receive. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. The world is in greater peril from those who tolerate or encourage evil than from those who actually commit it. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. You have to learn the rules of the game. And then you have to play better than anyone else.